What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access. Today we're joined by Yukmouth.
What it do? What it do?
As always, coming through. Yuk's got his new project in stores now. Make sure you pick it up if you haven't already. And Yuk, the amazing thing about this JJ project is taking a look back, because this is the prequel to the Albulation.
Yes, sir.
I remember with the Albulation, one, I was just shocked that your first solo project was going to be a double album. But beyond that, I was also shocked with the Rap-A-Lot connection and all these different things. Right. So now, looking back, why is now the right time to do the prequel based on something that you did more than a decade ago?
Because
almost 2 decades ago now, actually.
Well, nah, I mean, it's just me taking it back, man. My fans been on my ass. They've been on my ass. They're like, Yuk, you fell off, but we need that Godzilla Yuk. We need that thugged out Yuk. We need that New Testament Yuk. And like, you know, I got lost in the sauce, man. I started like, you know, thinking I had to make music like other people to get on the radio, you know, shit like that. Gotta have a single hook to get us. So I fell in the trap, you know what I mean? And shit, I kind of got thrown off of what I do. So in saying all of that, you know what I mean? I had to really like get back in tune with myself. I had to go listen to Thugged Out a million times. I had to go listen to Godzilla a million times. And, you know, just to get back to that. You know what I mean? So I got back to it. Didn't listen to nothing else. Like I got Sirius Satellite that play all the yachties, all the little shit, Drake shit. I didn't listen to none of that shit, all Yuk. So I had to tune in, got back on point. And I'm from the hood, man. You know, I got a million stories, man, period. So I'm trying to think what, and me listening to them albums, I'm like, what haven't I talked about already? I'm like, it's so much shit I ain't laying on. You know what I mean? It's like, this shit is like giving little sprinkles. Like you'll get the City of Dope, that's a little sprinkle. You'll get New Testament, that's a sprinkle. The Revelations, that's a sprinkle, but you ain't get the whole album like that. So I'm like, okay, boom. Let me give these motherfuckers the prequel to the Thugged Out. You know what I mean? Like they hear the Thugged Out, they hear the stories about Felix Mitchell and Lil D, whatever, but they don't know the real. You know what I mean? So I wanted to go deep into depth because my hood is legendary. You know, Felix Mitchell is legendary.
Yes.
You know, the Black Panthers, we was feuding with the Black Panthers. There was so much stuff going on, you know what I mean, in the Vill, you know what I mean? Seagram, he's from there, Pooh Man from there, they both super, you know, both was in movies and shit, and Rap-A-Lot and Jive Records, you know, big guys in the game. So my neighborhood has a lot of history, so I just wanted to lean on that, just the Vill, you know what I mean? So JJ based on the Vill story, which is the prequel to Thugged Out.
And one of the cuts on here that I liked a lot, man, was the 1989.
Oh my God. It was a crazy time in my life, because I witnessed my uncle, you know, rest in peace to Uncle Mike, my big sister Sharice, run a crack house. You know what I mean? Run a crack house that I was living in, you know what I mean? And this is basically the details of what was going on back then. I kick it off like, picture this, nigga playing Sega Genesis, sister counting the Benjamins, uncle in the kitchen whipping shit. That's real. That's actually what happened, but it's a combination of fucking the other one, 6 a.m. This is what it say, 6 in the morning, Tash at Doe. Battle ram the gate, slammed his ass on the floor. So it's that, and then it's like playing Sega Genesis, because when that happened, that really happened. Taz came, kicked down the door. They was doing wrestling moves on my uncle, man, like jumping off the top of the fucking couch, elbowing him and shit, like picking them up, slamming them and shit. So, and they was playing the Genesis with me. Like I'm like my uncle getting beat up back here. One of the motherfuckers trying to play Genesis with me.
Wow.
The task force officer, hey man, no, don't worry about that. There's nothing going on, man. Hey,
nothing to see here.
Hey man, what you do to the kick? I'm playing Shinobi. I'm like, I'm hearing my uncle like, boom, 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 ah, getting fucked up. They're like, don't worry about it, little son. Hey, it's Shinobi. I'm like, ah, shit. So that shit I gotta write about, period. That shit happened in my life, man. I lived in the crack house, and I also got put on. You know what I mean? Because my uncle had the crack house, and he had my little cousin working the spot. So my cousin needed help. So I was, you know, he put me on. So the game that I learned right there is the game that I apply into this hip hop shit. Because it's not too much different from street shit. You know, you gotta spend to make money, right?
That's real business.
You gotta cop and sell. So boom, we was doing that shit on the street. You cop and sell. Okay, I know how to do that. It's loyalty. You gotta be loyal. You know what I mean? You gotta be loyal to your crew, or you get fucked up, you beat up or whatever. You can't be doing this, that, and the third. So the same rules. Organized crime. You know, we all bring something to the table, we divvy it up and we eat. So 1989 is where I learned the game, and I transferred that game into the hip hop game. So that's definitely one of them pivotal, one of them joints, you know what I mean? That definitely gamed me up, man. So I had to put that on there, man. Good looking, man.
And I think too, tied into the Felix Mitchell thing, angle of the album and history and reality, is that I think that people also don't really understand or appreciate how interwoven the streets and the drug game and the rap games were.
Still is to this day, because at the end of the day, you know, you got these dudes that came from the streets, you know, most of the time, you know, it's dudes that was a kingpin or something or had something going on. He even switched his money over to this rap shit that invested. So, it's the same principle.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Every motherfucking black record label got a discipline room. That's why you got a discipline room if you're not on some street shit.
Right,
Like you go to Rap A Lot, they got a room called the game room. If you fuck up, you gonna be in that room getting the shit beat out you. Period. Death Row, they had the red room. You fuck up, you gonna get the red room, get crystal, piss poured on you, whatever. You gonna get beat up. You know, say, I bet Puff got a room called the Bad Boy Room or something. I don't know, but niggas get fucked up when they disrespect like a street discipline type of shit. That's from the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers go up to these record labels, like Ice Cube, they don't know fucking straight out of Compton. You owe me a check. Boom, with the bats and, you know what I mean, fucking up the equipment. That's street shit.
Right.
That ain't industry. Industry is like, hey, I'm coming up here with my lawyer, man. My lawyer's gonna talk to you. Not coming up there with the bat and the goons and taking plaques. Nigga, fuck you. That's street shit. So it's still a lot of street shit because you're dealing with street people.
And that's why I think, you know, in a lot of ways, what's always gonna keep rap going, as long as it has that street element to it, it's not gonna lose its power, I don't think.
Right.
Because it's too connected to it.
Spend money to make money. That's the whole game, man. So the more money you spend, the more money you can make, period. So when motherfuckers out there putting these promotional tours together and these radio budgets and marketing budgets and shit, that shit is putting money. It's like promoting, you know what I mean? It's like throwing out, when I used to hustle, man, we used to throw out samples, you know what I mean, to the dope fiends, just to give them a taste of what they gonna get, you know what I mean? If we got some new shit, boom, boom, sample. You gotta give for motherfuckers to come back.
Right.
So when you see the promotional shit, motherfuckers had a little sampler with the motherfucking single, this, that, and the third, snippets.
Right.
You're giving something out. You're putting the buzz out there. That's the same shit we used to do in the streets. Same, no different. Just different product.
First
same
one free.
Shit. Right. So a lot of this shit that we do in the streets is still being done in this rap shit. Period. You know? You just gotta learn how to transfer it. You know what I mean? Instead of, you know, and take your feet out the streets. You know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas have one foot in the streets and one foot in the rap game. You can't do both, bro. It's gonna catch up with you eventually. Definitely.
Yeah, you gotta rotate the game.
That part.
Don't stay in both games.
Hey, do one or the other, man. Period.
Right.
You can't be a hustler. My thing is this, man. Rap that got so goddamn real, man. Like, dudes like us, we rap about shit that we used to do. We ain't still in the streets. You know what I mean? This shit I used to do like in the 80s and shit, like in 70s. Like, these dudes is rapping about what they doing today.
Right.
Like, I just shot the nigga in the shoulder. And it's on the news that he really shot a nigga in the shoulder. And he's making a blog about it. And then nigga get arrested the next day after that. Like, yo, what you expect? You made a blog about shooting a nigga in the shoulder. It's on the news. And he made it. Like, it's too fucking real right now, man. So, god damn, man. They need a history lesson, man, to calm their ass down, man. Period.
Yeah, man. You gotta keep them separate.
Hey, they snitching on themselves and shit. All right. We ain't never, man. When a nigga hit a homicide in my neighborhood, man, there was no Facebook, none of that shit. Even if it was. You ain't gonna get that shit on the Facebook Live. You ain't gonna have nigga do, yeah, man, we took your nigga chain, man. Come back, get your chain, nigga. I need 10 bands, nigga, and your brother got shot, nigga. Don't let a nigga get shot again, nigga. Whoa. Like, where they do that at? That's some new shit. I'm like, whoa. And I know these motherfuckers getting arrested the next day. Like, man, y'all tripping, man.
Maybe that night.
That night, right? These millennium gangsters, man. Y'all motherfuckers are too much for me, man. Y'all be safe out there with that snitching on yourself shit. Wow.